Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pillars of Eternity 2. This is Colonel RPG, as usual, and I'm very happy that you're supposed to join me today as I try to steal somebody's food. And I say somebody's food, it is my food. It's gonna be my food, because nobody's seeing me. Nobody's seeing me. Mariner's porridge for +5 ship crew morale, and it's got a fried egg on top. Actually, probably it's not a fried egg. What's the poached egg? Yeah, poached egg. It's kind of funny because it's not technically a poached egg, although no, I mean it's not called a poached egg. Is it called a poached egg? How you do that? No, you should. Anyway, it's when you cook the egg on top of the rice, which is like poaching. It tastes like poaching, except it tastes like the rice, which is honestly, it's better for the rice than it is for the egg. Anyway.
Well, just
Gatti.
they might use them.
Would not guess
On
that these
each
were
other,
once
most
Swana
likely.
lands.
A lot of conversation there. Bayan Gatti, you could not guess that these were once Juana lands. Well, they're not anymore.
I'm lucky to have met you, friend. You're a real good soul.
Race you to the coral.
A lot of people.
No contest.
Anyway, I am looking for somebody in here, and it is Tuha. And I have no idea where they are. I got hiccups as well. The fact that I don't know where they are
Just because you have webbed fingers and
is
eyes
a bit of a
You are a
problem.
strange
I'll tell you.
We have supplies here for the...
Thank you.
A spy, no doubt about it.
I don't
Quite
think they're in the
dramatic
prison or
entrance for a
anything.
spy.
They're here. I found Tuha. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce you very well. Your name. Now Maia clutches the hilt of a long saber sheathed at her belt. Her attention moving among the passers-by without ever settling anywhere for long. She stands as motionless and watchful as an owl. She turns to Maia and flinches, shaking her head subtly.
Been a while, Twa, huh? You're looking healthy.
Maia attempts an easy shrug, but it comes off looking forced.
Don't say my name. Is he still here?
Tuaha hisses each word under her breath. She tips her head to indicate just over her shoulder. I'm gonna scan the crowd and see if anything stands out. The occasional pedestrian crosses her view, but everyone seems to be going about their business without tarrying for long. Just as you decide to give up, a passing Juana raises his finger from scribbling on a page of notes. He pockets the parchment and steps back into the obscurity of the crowd. The gesture is innocuous enough, but the speed and ease of it leave you in doubt.
You saw that too, right?
Maia nods.
Well,
She's asking, well. Tuaha addresses you through clenched teeth. Yeah, we've grabbed someone's attention, that's for sure.
I knew it.
Her grip on the saber tightens.
Who's your shadow? I'll string him up by his thumbs before he lays a hand on you.
Shodi nibbles on her lips to hide a spreading smile. Which, considering what, maybe, that doesn't have to do with what Shodi told us about her and Maia, but
Well,
anyway.
he's obviously not one of ours. Unless Atsura sent someone to monitor me. Must be working for the other side.
Tuaha aims an anxious glance in your direction. On the side, Maia, care to elaborate?
Not everyone in the Deadfire lays out the welcome mat for Rawatai. That shouldn't be any surprise.
She frowns, considering.
Twaha, I'm getting you out of this. We've pulled each other out of worse snags.
Maia pats Tuaha on the arm, an attempt at encouragement that only causes her to flinch.
Easy to say when it's in the past. This stalker is relentless, and he is always watching.
Tuaha rubs her palms together. What happened last time?
Complications. But that was a long time ago.
Maia shares a knowing look with Tuaha.
No need to relive ancient history.
What can you tell me about whoever is following you?
He's Juana. Average height. And I've caught him scribbling on a sheaf of notes. Like any good tale, he's indistinguishable from anyone else wandering around Port Maje. Probably why they picked him for the job.
Tuaha's lips curl. What are you doing that has him so curious?
Company business.
Maia and Tuaha blink as they say it at the same time.
Company business.
Okay, we'll find your stalker and get rid of him, one way or another.
Sit tight and I'll get this sorted out. Whatever happens, he won't bother you again. Just try not casual.
Maia gives her an encouraging shrug.
I will stand perfectly still and fill my heart with the words of our national anthem.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
Oh boy. Okay, so we have a place to go. Maia probably should talk
Captain?
to you though, just in case. No.
You
that's
were
not.
have my undivided attention, as always.
Maia strikes a sharp salute, smiling all the while. You look troubled. What's going on?
Hey, Captain. I've got something on my mind. Could use a second opinion is all.
Mutiny. Is it mutiny? I like that, but I don't have a repertoire. Is it repertoire? I don't have a precedent for me telling her that. That's an interesting thing, but anyway, I didn't build her as that. What seems to be the problem, Maia?
You probably noticed that Shodi and I have been getting awfully cozy.
Maia plants her hand on her hip and raises a brow.
She's been real complimentary, and we had ourselves a moment below deck.
Maia's gaze wanders elsewhere, showing only the hint of a smile. Go on.
When she's around, it's like I've been standing in a crow's nest for too long and finally spotted a hint of land.
Shodi's a lot like her lantern. You can see straight through, but she's got a flame inside that never goes out. I like that about her. I want to see what my firefly can do, and I know she's keen on showing me.
Maia glances away with a hint of apprehension.
But it's been years since I was landlocked with someone. I'm worried about cracking those glass windows of hers. I don't want to risk her flame going out.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. She uses the word landlocked, but she actually says landlocked is landlocked is, I understand what she means because, you know, she's out at sea, and being landlocked is sort of being in a commitment with somebody at land. Naturally, that's not the case here, so I think that's the reason why it's italicized, because she's literally not. I think that's just the best. Yeah, that makes sense that she would say it like that, especially italicized. But what really makes it interesting here is that it's interesting because, like, she doesn't want to break her heart. Not out of... Huh. What? The apprehensions here are usually the apprehensions that somebody else, or somebody close to Shodi, or somebody else would raise. They'd be like, Maia, you're gonna break her heart. You don't know what you're doing, or something like that. And it's her that's raising them. And yeah, I can't say that it's original because, I mean, everything has been done already. But I don't think I've ever seen a love story basically with this tension, with this specific tension. I mean, because, you know, every love story has a tension, and this one is where maybe I have. I don't know. Yeah, sure, maybe. I mean, I've seen some movies and read some books. I'm sure. Anyway, it's kind of interesting. But it's interesting as well coming from Maia. She never... It's interesting because she doesn't build herself as a character who worries about consequences. She does what she has to do, and she knows what she has to do. Maybe that's the point. Maybe she's coming from the other side, and she knows that she can't be with Shodi because she will break her heart, and she's faltering here rather than the other way, that she knows that she has to stay with Shodi because she likes her, but she's faltering in this. Yeah, the faltering is going the other way. She's faltering by staying with Shodi, at least in her eyes anyway. Give her a little credit. She's tougher than she looks. She's pursuing you. Why not let her set the pace of things? That's true. What? So let her knock down nicely. Yeah, let's go with this one. Since she's pursuing you, why not let her set the pace of things?
Hand over the reins, so to speak. That's a fair and refreshing point.
I don't want to sound like I'm not interested. Far from it. It's just that these things usually happen as a matter of necessity. When you're on a month-long voyage and the need takes over, you learn to think of privacy, options, and planning as luxuries.
I don't think she's describing this particular situation. Yeah, right there. What you describe with Shodi sounds different. Absolutely. So take some time to indulge yourselves. If you're not ready for this, no one's holding a sickle to your neck. Careful choice of words there. I don't think Shodi's up to it. Maybe she's more seasoned. Maybe once she's more seasoned. Well, let's go with the one, yeah, the first one, because it's clearly obvious she's not describing the current situation.
That's what has me worried. Well, it's a new kind of vulnerable. I guess life is just tossing yourself in someone's direction and hoping they catch you on the first try.
Sighing, Maia gestures off into the distance.
I appreciate you taking the time to hear me out, Captain.
Of course. I had some other questions.
I've got some answers.
No, you don't. Let's be off. Because we have a mission to do. We need to look for whoever that is. Tuaha suspects that she's been followed. I won't accept. No. Maia has a stack of... No. This is the one. She described him as an average-looking Hwana male. Okay.
Aye.
She didn't actually say he was a man. But... Wenglith. No, you're not.
Shouty! Blessed child, you returned to the flock. What news do you bring us from the High Priestess?
Don't get comfy, 'cause I ain't here to stay. I'm finally doing Gon's will, thanks to the Watcher.
So I now see.
Frowning, the priestess takes her time lighting one golden candle and then another.
Do you seek a blessing from the light?
No.
Suit yourself. Go and be well.
Got Dawn Stars, they're protecting them. It's all fine. Kuaro Craftsman?
What say, you need something?
An unassuming Haumawa turns to you with a smile. Sniffing, Maia passes you a subtle nod.
That goes for you or your fetching friend.
He smiles at Maia, winking. What are you doing?
I am getting some air.
He gestures to the surrounding port with both hands, smiling all the while.
Likely story.
Maia folds her arms and studies him.
Do we have a problem, friend?
He glances from Maia back to you. That is a reasonable response. Let's see, we have Intimidate and we have Bluff. I would like to say this one, but it doesn't have any skill, so I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. So let's go with this one. Listen to me, you're being followed. He pales, glancing left and right with alarm.
No one told me to expect you. There are proper channels to discuss this.
He whispers. His whisper lowers to an urgent hiss. Well, I was the one who argued to spare your life. Don't make me change my mind.
Or go ahead and give us an excuse.
Maia raises her brow and gives him room to speak. He raises a trembling hand to his mouth and shakes his head.
You would do that?
Sorry, I clicked one and it took a little while. He says, before that he said, give me your report on... No. Oh, dang it. The game chugged and I clicked again and it registered 2 hits. He raises a trembling hand. I withdraw myself from the mission, he says. Our cause is too important to chance on my incompetence. I will deliver my report and accept disgrace. And I said, that's nice. Give me your report on Tuaha. I will pass it on with a glowing recommendation, and that's why he says he would do that. He stands straighter, his chest swelling with a hopeful breath.
If Tuaha is a trading company agent, she has not been activated yet. I found no evidence in her quarters, so I wish to shadow her until her contact revealed themselves.
Stepping back and coughing into her fist, Maia pointedly avoids eye contact.
That's all I know. Whatever Rawatai has planned, she might only be a part of it.
Interesting. Huh. Interesting that he didn't find that she is an agent. Maybe she isn't. I mean, I don't know. Maia didn't really introduce her, so good. Now leave this island and never return.
As you say.
He nods, taking a last look at Port Margay before turning his attention to the closest available ship. And off he goes with his chuggy thing. The game, the game is a little bit chuggy. I thought it was because I had some diagnostics up on another screen, but I disabled them, and I don't know what that was. Anyway.
Is he dead?
No.
Or must I handle everything myself?
You don't have to worry about your tail any longer.
Is this so?
Tuaha blinks, saving any hope for when she hears it from Maia.
We took care of it, just like I said we would.
Winking, Maia holds out Atsura's missives. Tuaha snatches the papers away with a blur. Glancing over the pages, Tuaha licks her thumb to turn each sheet. She nods, muttering under her breath.
Everything seems to be in order. I'll see to it that these are addressed in good time.
The edge of her mouth creeps up into a smile. What did Atsura send you?
I'm supposed to pass these down the line and into the next set of hands. More of what you've done here. That's discretion for you.
She tips her shoulder with a lopsided shrug. That doesn't exactly answer my question.
Doesn't it? That's all the answer I have.
Tuana tips her head, studying you with genuine curiosity.
We should be going. It's been an absolute delight.
Maia clasps her hand, but Tuaha winces at the contact.
That's enough of that, soldier. Atsura will know your performance was adequate.
She pulls back, wiping down her palm.
And you, Watcher. Rawatai thanks you for your service.
Farewell.
I need to check in with Atsura. Mind if we take a detour to the Brass Citadel?
Not a problem, Maia.
Appreciate it. Atsura probably wants to make sure I'm not wasting too many resources on his little errand. Nothing to worry about.
Maia shrugs, gesturing to be off. Actually, I don't know.
I can tell that something's on your mind, and I owe you an explanation.
Maia nods, tipping up her chin and steeling herself.
Tuaha is eccentric, I know. Even in the Navy, I never knew what to make of her. You might be asking yourself why one of the tribals would be stalking her, and if that has anything to do with our little mission. I won't insult your intelligence. Of course it does. Atsura is doing important work in the Deadfire. He's bringing peace, order, bounty. Not everyone sees it that way, so he has to keep his intentions quiet. I know the secrecy doesn't look good, but I can promise you that this is for a better Deadfire.
A better for whom? Is the question. Can I ask that question? Are you both spies? Her stalker wasn't just some creep or thief, was he? Yeah, let's go with that one.
Probably not. Leave it to the Huana to distrust a lone Rawatayan who knows her business.
Takeo raises his finger to speak up, but slowly raises it. Or lowers it, rather.
Doesn't surprise me that they'd want to keep an eye on outsider business, or get in the way of it.
Are you both spies?
If I pass information from one place to the next, does that make me a spy?
Yes.
I suppose it depends on what side of the fence you're on.
Spy is not a bad word. Is it a bad word? Do people... I mean, I guess anything can be a bad word if people don't like the thing. Orange is a bad word if you don't like oranges. Is there anything else you're not telling me?
Yes, of course there is, and plenty else besides. You think Atsura tells me everything? Whatever he has planned for the Deadfire, I'm only a small part of it. But I still need to protect my part.
Okay. It's an RPG after all. We'll get to the bottom of this, that's all.
For what it's worth, you're doing a great thing for the Deadfire. You'll see that someday.
Huh.
I'm here.
I'm sort of trusting her at this point. An interesting quest that she has.
Swords!
Because I need to trust her. If I want to get past this. Did she actually ever explicitly ask me to trust her? Like, trust me on this. I think she did. And that's part of the reason why I'm trusting her. Anyway, I discovered an island inhabited by Zorips. That's good. Let's see, bounty. Yeah, those are all. Oh, that was the only mission here. It's a good thing I made a cut to find Tuaha, because otherwise, it didn't take too long. But when I'm running my mouth, it takes longer because I am slower on my perusal of things. So we're leaving. And we're doing those two other quests. Why did I hear the sound? Are we getting a text sound right now? Or a text adventure? Or is it just normal? It is just normal. Okay, so Sansa the cartographer in Queensbirth asked me to make a survey of the uncharted islands of the Deadfire archipelago. He suggests I begin with the 2 uncharted islands to the north and south of Port Marge. So that would be that location right there. Sounds good to me. Let's do this. It's not really the port, but we're good. Oh, it doesn't continue. Because that would be nice. So I could keep track of things. There's nothing going on around me. Let's go in there. Okay, and I assume... a lot of Amira stuff. I assume we're gonna get to name this island as well. So we have definitely not been here. The Temple of Tangaloa Ruins. Or a Temple of Tangaloa Ruins. No. The ruins of a Temple of Tangaloa. I mean, that works too. Temple of Tangaloa Ruins, that works as well. Anyway, ahead of you lie the ruins of an ancient complex. As you near the tumbled-down stone entrance, you notice several curious drawings scrawled across the stone in a flaking brown paint. You bend down to get a better look and discover that the drawings depict violent images of decapitations, dismemberings, hangings, and sundry other terrors. And I shall enter the ruins, obviously. Light from distant torches flicker on the ruined walls. Unintelligible words float to you on a breeze that reeks of carrion and the metallic tang of blood. Fresh blood. Freshly blood. Let's go with that. Freshish? Fresh. Kind of fresh blood. How do you... there's no word for that. I was talking about red paint before. A lot of bones. They would be fresh bones, because they were just... They're like the remnants of somebody either being unboned or devoured by animals. But I would say that this is more of a sacrificial thing. Although, by the looks of it might be cannibalistic as well. Fat bubbles thick on the surface of this pot. The rising steam smells sweetly of meat. I would not smell that. I would not be doing that.
Could be a...
There's a crazed marauder over here. Yep.
Right.
It is a fight. It is definitely a fight. The problem is we need to let them come to us.
We had ribs last.
You guys are not aggressive? Really? We had ribs last night. Yep, they're definitely cannibalistic.
Still got it.
Oh yeah, you got it. You jerks. Always attacking. Okay, let's get the dragon in there. Always attacking Ishiza. Let's get you over there. Should be fine. Let's get a hobbling shot. Crippling strike, that works too. She's also crippled. And now we have a dragon. She's always good. Be careful. Okay, that... Oof, they go down fast. And I got experience.
I reap what I sow.
Which is rare.
I think I can pull that off.
No, it's good. And there's Giorgio Red-Handed.
Makes no difference.
Interesting that it's called red-handed. He's a prisoner here. He wasn't caught red-handed or anything. Off goes the dragon. Ooh, forbidden flesh pie. No, don't need that. That's probably better. No. Okay, how about this one? We do have a bunch of those, and they do have nice effects. Kith meat recipe. The paper is ragged-edged and stained with grease. Notes in a barely legible hand detail the preparation of a dish from the cook's childhood called sweet-tongue terrine, but substituted with meat of an unusual provenance. At the bottom, someone has scrawled, quote, "A make for Eolina in June when I get back home." Don't know what that means. Angfor's journal. I found this water-stained notebook at the bottom of my satchel, and now, having no use for it, I must record my thoughts, or I fear I will go mad in the solitary confinement of my own head. Months have passed, and still we are stranded on this cursed island. What few supplies we had with us at the time of our calamity have dwindled away to little more than dust and crumbs. But it became clear that we would be trapped on this island for some time. When it became clear, we began to ration our food. It was half rations at first, but as the days wore on and help became ever less a possibility and ever more a dream, we took only 1 meal a day, then 1 meal every 2 days. Fresh water at least is plentiful, which is great, because otherwise you would have died like 3 days into this whole thing. It bubbles up from a crack in the stone near the ruins. No doubt is pushed to the surface by some unseen force of volcanism. I should have liked to have had my instruments on hand to record its rate of flow and volume, but those are long since gone, likely resting at the bottom of the sea. Our numbers shrink day by cursed day. Always now my clothes smell of rancid meat, of sweat and smoke. The jerky we made from Karal's thigh has gone off. We had thought he might survive the amputation, but he passed away in the night 2 days ago from a fever in his blood. We have better learned to procure. Better learned how to cure our meat, but our blades have gone dull, and we have only seawater with which to cleanse them. None have survived an amputation since Karal's tragic passing, so we no longer bother with the practice. More's the pity, I was becoming an old hand at it. An old hand, yeah. Eloise was lost to us today. It pains me to write the words, though her passing comes as no surprise. She drew the shortest reed. Her necklace I intended to keep, but it has gone missing since her death. I'd always thought it suited her, that the stone matched the light in her eyes. I wanted to remember that light. Perhaps someone is hiding it, though I do not know why they would do me such an unkindness. I was meant to have it. She never said as much, but I know. I will perform a search of the others' belongings when next I have the midnight watch. Woe betide the thief. A chill wind has found us. It blows ceaselessly across the isle, whipping our shelters into disarray and peppering our meals with sand. We take shelter in the nearby ruins, though I am loath to do it. Always that place has seemed to me befouled by some unfriendly spirit, for I fear whispers when the wind blows. They cry for mercy, for salvation. Another of the crew has disappeared this morning. Some suggest he tied some stones to his wrist and walked itself into the sea, but they are wrong. I saw him walk while he was dreaming, with jerky movements not his own. He wandered deep into the ruins and did not return. So few of us remain. I envy them, the departed. Their souls are returned to the wheel and free to find new lives to lead. We unlucky few received no such boon, and that is what we have given them, a gift. We suffer so that they might be free. Our lender says we might fashion a raft large enough to escape this place. He is mad. We belong to this isle now, as it belongs to us. And with that gloomy text, super gloomy text, it's the end of the episode. I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pillars of Eternity 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.